Hello, welcome to Dream Talk. My name is Darkmoondoll, and every Friday I do this show where I share my own personal dreams with you and talk to you how I process them and understand them better. So today's show is going to be about having dreams with animals in them. I'm just going to tell you just a few dreams that I've had that had animals in them. The first one I want to talk to you about was a dream that I had where I was being chased by a black panther. So I only know a little few fragments of this dream. I do have it written down, but I don't have my dream journal with me, so I'm just going to kind of not really fumble through it, but just kind of go by memory right now. So, yeah. What stays out vividly in my mind about that dream with the Black Panther is that I was running in a forest, and then this is like felt like this was the beginning of the dream. But you know how sometimes in dreams it feels like when you remember them, it's like, wait a minute, where was the beginning of this dream? It seems like it just picked up in the middle. So anyway, that's how it felt with this dream. So anyway, I was running in the forest, and I turned around and saw there was a huge black panther coming after me. And so my heart was racing, of course. I don't see black panthers, every day. So I was running and running and running, and the panther was running too, but it didn't seem like it was running. There was a part of me that felt like it wasn't running to attack me, but I was still afraid of it. So I ran across the street, this busy street, and across the street there was a bank, and there were like glass doors. So I went into this bank and just kind of like stood there looking out of the glass doors at the panther, and the panther was just peeking out of the forest area, just looking at me. Just looking at me. It didn't look angry. It was just like looking at me. And I couldn't for the life of me figure out what that dream was about for a long time. I mean, I had some input from a really good friend about it. I mean, she suggested that maybe the Black Panther is me. I'm running from myself. I'm running from my gifts. I mean, that's an interesting perspective. Because then I thought about that explanation or that interpretation, and I thought, yeah, there are things that I feel like I'm really good at. This is at the time, not right now. There are things I feel really good at, but I'm not ready to jump right into it. I don't feel totally secure in what I already know. So, yeah, that's what I got from that dream with the panther in it. It was intense. And it was like an intense wanting from the panther to get my attention, to wake me up, to say, hey, look at me, type of deal. And with these kind of dreams, I could have just as easily looked up the attributes of what a black panther is. I still can, and I still consider doing that. And I do consider making this into a painting for sure. There's so many, there's so many dreams, so little time to make paintings out of them. So yeah, the next dream that I want to share with you that I had with animals in it was like a dream where my whole yard was filled with animals. There were pigs, there were goats, chickens, turkeys, just kind of like they were dumped on our lawn. And I just stood out there just looking at all of them. It's almost like they wanted me to key into who they are, these animals. And each one I was looking at, and it was like, it looked so real. It felt really, really like I could reach out and touch them. But I knew it was just a dream. I knew it wasn't like, some sort of lucid type of dream, because it was kind of like I saw them and I was affected by them, but I wasn't really feeling like that extremely connected to them. I just kind of found it very odd that a bunch of these animals were dumped onto my lawn. Yeah, so that was the second dream that I had with animals in it. And then I will tell you a third and final dream. And okay, before I tell the third and final dream, the last dream, what did I think that meant to me? I think it means, now this kind of sounds funny, but I think it means that animals are wanting to be incorporated into my artwork. I've been thinking about putting more animals within my paintings and my artwork as well. So that is what I got from it. I know that sounds silly. If somebody else had the same dream, they might have a different interpretation altogether. But yeah, that's what I got from that dream. So anyway, next to the next dream, I had this dream when I was 5 years old of a cobra snake wrapping around me. Huge, huge, huge snake. I mean, it was, I'm not going to do the math, the measurements and all that. You know, my dyslexic mind doesn't want to process the math. But anyway, it was huge. It was a huge cobra snake. And it was my little 5-year-old body being entwined by it. It was like slowly wrapping itself around my entire body till it got to my neck. And then once I started moving, it constricted more to where I couldn't move. And that was very, very frightening for me, to say the least. You know, 5-year-old having a dream like that. It was definitely a nightmare. And I look back to that dream to really find this symbolism in it, the reason why I had that dream. You know, at that time when I was a kid, I knew that I felt really restricted. I felt really kind of constricted, maybe, in what I can do. Like, I couldn't, like, you know, I didn't have as much freedoms as most kids, because most kids had, the neighborhood I was in, most of the kids were able to ask their parents for stuff and then get it automatically. But with me, we lived just above the poverty line. So we didn't have a lot of stuff given to us, you know, stuff that all the other kids at the time were getting. So when I look back on that dream with me, that 5-year-old self, and that cobra snake, it makes me think, you know, it's been years and I still didn't understand it, but just, you know, talking about it now, it makes me totally understand what it was about. Exactly. I was constricted, I was restricted. I had to only have a certain amount of, I don't know if you'd say, yeah, it seemed like I only was allowed to have a certain amount of happiness. And it's sad because back then when I was a kid, I looked at a lot of the commercialism, you know, TV promoting all these different toys and things and like that. And the only reason why I wanted all these material objects was so that I could fit in with everyone else, you know. You know, because we all know material, well, not all of us, but a lot of people know the material goods don't equal happiness all the time, so. But yeah, have you guys ever had dreams with animals in it? You know, fish, snakes, cats, dogs, whatever. I've had many more dreams with animals in it, but I'll slowly roll them out for you. Not in one long video. But yeah, let me know. Leave a comment, you know, below, letting me know about your dreams. We all have dreams that are similar out there in the world. It's just based on our personalities that makes the dream images different from one another, and the meanings different as well. So like I always say, you can have people interpret your dreams for you, but you, the dreamer, are the one who really knows what your dreams are about. Alrighty guys, till next time, thank you for subscribing, thank you for liking, thank you for sharing, thank you for leaving such wonderful comments on here. I appreciate it. And take care until next time. Peace.